Hey guys, Gwendolyn here. I wanted to jump on and show you guys a little bit about my Facebook group, Become a Video Influencer with Gwendolyn Gay. We have live practice, creator interviews, and even an accountability group. So I hope to see you there. There's a link in the description below. Matthew is a Facebook Live and YouTube video creator. Enjoy the interview. I am here with Matthew Robert Thames. Do you use your middle name all the time, or is that just for professional reasons?
So you want to jump right into a fun story?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So I currently live in Duluth, Minnesota. And the reason I live here is because my wife is going to pharmacy school at UMD, University of Minnesota, Duluth. Oh. And so what's fun is she moved up here a year before me. I was in South Dakota before that. And so she moved up here a year before. We kind of looked around and we found a church we liked. And she ended up going there often. And what happened is I became the mysterious husband that nobody had ever met. And so they creeped me on Facebook, which everybody does. And so then they started calling me, I'm the MRT. Just that's what they know me as. So now everybody at church actually calls me MRT. So yes, people use my middle name more than you think.
Yeah, I'm Gigi, but that's mostly to my niece and nephew. That's my aunt name, Gigi.
Cool.
Well, cool. I am so glad you are on. And hey, guys, anyone who's here live, please give us some love. Let us know you're here and that you're watching and that you're excited to see what Matthew has for us. I do apologize about getting here a little late. That was all my bad. Nothing with Matthew. He was on time. So anyway, we're good. We're good to go. I can't wait to hear about you. So let's start from the beginning when you started your business, and then let's talk about video and how it really helped you move your business along.
Totally. So I don't know how far back you want to go. I got my beginning in business. I went to school. It was funny. I didn't go to school for business or marketing. I went to school for music education. And I'm artsy. I'm a teacher. That's kind of my roots of it all. When I graduated, I didn't want to be a broke teacher or a broke musician. So I opened a music store so I could be a broke entrepreneur. Fun, right? And so this was 2011-ish, 2012, early Facebook. Still wanted to get businesses on. Instagram was super new. It was still the kids thing. It was food pictures. That was it. So I kind of had to figure out how to get people to show up to my business. I'm this music guy, and I was teaching a lot of lessons at the time, whatnot. So I dove in and I figured out how to do my own SEO and my own social media and email and whatever I was doing. I just kind of had to figure out how to do all of it. And it worked, and I loved it. And so then at some point I started helping other people do it. And super fast forward. And then when I was getting married, I knew I was getting married, started transitioning from just running my own business. I was already helping some people on the side, but I was like, you know what, I'm already helping some people. They're getting results. It's doing awesome. So that's when I transitioned kind of full-time into doing marketing stuff. And awesome. So that's kind of where I am today.
You've been on Facebook for a really long time. And that's like your main focus. So like when they started doing ads and stuff, you were kind of in on the beginning of that, right?
I sure was.
That's crazy. Mostly for me, because I hate Facebook ads, but I'm so glad I know you because you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it was so funny. I remember when everybody freaked out, like, oh my goodness, we can put pictures on Facebook now.
Right.
We can put videos, like, super fun. I feel old saying that, but I'm not that old. Yeah.
Hey, I was on Facebook when it was only for universities.
Wow.
And my now husband was not on Facebook because he was still a MySpace user. So
yeah,
that's kind of dating us for sure.
That's funny. I thought Facebook was the dumbest name ever. Totally.
So tell us a little bit more about video and when you started using video and why you start, like what did you see other people doing it and you wanted to try it, or was it just something that you decided would maybe make a difference for you?
Yeah, so when I really started going in on video overall, was back at the music store. I, was trying to sell like guitar pedals and such with cool Instagram photos and networking and whatever. And at some point, we're like, let's open an e-commerce store. Why not? It's all integrated anyways. And so I opened an e-commerce store, and just one of the things I realized, like, people are out looking for demo videos in the music world, at least. They want to see, like, best overdrive guitar pedal, or what's this amp sound like, these new cymbals. So they were all looking for audio clips, and it became just a real viral thing. Like, that's just what people did, is they went and they binged demo videos. And so at that time I was like, I got to be on there. And then I started learning, like, people want to be entertained on all these videos. So we had some great ones that had amazing audio quality, kind of dull demo guys, boring things. But the ones that always worked really well were the ones that we had somebody entertaining on there, playing fun riffs. It's just always like the entertainment stuff that won people over. And so that's kind of when I was like, all in, video is the way to go. We got to be doing more of it, more of it, more of it.
Yeah, I like to call that infotainment. So, being entertaining while you're being really informative. And especially when you're selling a product, people want to see how it's used. They want, before they buy a product, they really, really want to know the ins and outs of it. They don't want to just like click on a picture and buy something. So video is so powerful when it comes to selling a product on e-commerce. That's awesome. So, you know me and YouTube. Tell us about your YouTube channel.
My personal YouTube channel. Yeah. So I've got a YouTube channel for a music store, and that was fun and dandy. So this is going to be relevant. So we did a demo of just this random little accessory pedal. Like, it's nothing flashy about it. It's literally like it's like a light switch on the floor that you just push, and it just controls other pedals.
Okay.
Super boring. No one's actually going to search for something like that. But for some reason, that ended up being like our number one viewed video on our channel. And so at the time, that's when I started going like, there's these weird little open niches that I can make videos for, whereas not a lot of content out there for whatever is called an aux3 switch.
Okay.
There's not a lot of content out there for it, but enough people are searching for it where there's kind of this white space, big opportunity. So now I was coming in last summer, probably early last summer, May, June-ish. I was kind of trying to dabble a little bit more on diversifying some of my affiliate streams just for fun. It's really like a side project more than anything. And people were like, YouTube, it's awesome. I was like, okay, whatever. So I kind of used those same skills and just started making a whole bunch of random how-to videos. Wasn't all that great. I started out just ClickFunnels videos, and I'd say, hey, this is my video, this is my funnel. Like, you can see there's a cool picture there. There's a button you can change if you want. All right, well, you can download it too. Awesome. See you guys next time.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of kept doing those over and over and over and over. And for me, I started realizing the exact same thing. Like, there's just these weird white spaces where, for me at least, being found, I tend to be stubborn too. So I kind of had this in my head, like, okay, I'm going to grow this, but I'm not going to promote my YouTube channel at all, except for on YouTube. I was like, let me test my chops. I always say I'm a marketer or whatever. Let me see if I can even do anything. And so that's what I did, and just put out. At the time, I was like, just daily videos as much as possible. So 5 to 7 every week, just crunching them out. So that's kind of where my personal YouTube channel started, was attempting just get some type of affiliate income because somebody said YouTube was the place to do it.
Yeah. And so how do you feel like that has helped your business, not your channel necessarily, but how has your YouTube channel helped your business?
Yeah. So what's really funny is I was hoping just to get traffic and click on my links and make some passive income, whatever. And what started happening is I didn't even have my channel set up very well for people to find me and do business, because my whole perspective was they're going to go on my video, click a link, I'll make a few bucks. whatever. And what up, Randy? We were just messaging earlier. What a guy. I like that guy.
Hey, Randy.
Know what that is?
Hey, Ruth.
It's a dog. Oh, cool. So I don't know where I was. Oh yeah. So I was like, I'll just make these videos, put my affiliate links, and people will click them and I'll make money. Easy enough. What started happening is I had a few people. I'm an Infusionsoft user. I love it.
Okay.
And so I just started having these people that would hunt me down and find me on my Facebook page, or they'd find my email and they would yell at me. They'd say, "Why is it so hard to find you? Why is it so hard to get in touch? Your video is super helpful, and I literally want to pay you to come and do work for me."
Yeah.
And so it just started shifting in me. I'm like, people are looking for help in my arena, at least. They're looking for help. They're searching for help. They find me, I help them, and they want to pay me more. So for me, it really shifted from just an affiliate play to finding on-ramps for people who are looking to get a problem solved and giving them a way to actually give me money to help them further.
Yeah. So it really wasn't the intention when you started it to make money off of it that way, to find clients that way. But it sounds like clients were finding you.
Yeah, totally. And it's funny. Like, everybody talks about how do you get more clients and get more business. I've got different systems, but some of the ones from YouTube are literally some of the best leads that I get because, it's just because they're actually looking for a problem to be solved and they're ready for a solution. And so they're doing it. I'm not trying to solve someone's problem who doesn't really have one. Like Facebook ads, I don't have to go up and down the street and convince people like, you should be on Facebook. Oh, you can't pay me $300, like whatever. And these people are like, I understand the value of everything you're doing. I just need it done. Here's money. Just do it.
So I'm going to come back to YouTube. I will, but since we're on the topic of video and you're kind of an early adapter with Facebook, how did you feel about live when it came out? And did you really like latch on to that, or were you hesitant to get started with Facebook Lives?
I loved it as long as I was not in the picture.
That's not the point of Facebook Live.
I know, right? It's terrible. So I could do walkthroughs where I'm behind the camera. I did these super cool lives where I'd like walk around the block and show people how to get to my music store, like fun stuff like that. But I hated being in front of the camera on those lives because it's creepy and intimidating.
Right.
So I saw it was great. I just couldn't put myself in front of it.
Yeah. So you weren't like really drawn to it right away, but is it helpful in your business? I know you have a pretty large group. You have a great group. So please link it in this after we're done so that everyone can find you from my group. But you have a pretty great group and you're always giving lots of value. So when did you try to make that mind shift where you're like, hey, I'm gonna jump on every so often? And
it was the beginning of last summer. Really about the same time. So like I made the shift from just being an agency marketer or whatever. And early last summer, somewhere in there, I shifted and said, I want to actually like create resources. There's so many courses of gurus, whatever. And I was like, there's so much bad advice and people who are doing marketing that shouldn't be doing marketing. And so for me, I was like, I've owned a business. I've not actually taken a course on marketing, but it's just practical experience. So I was like, let me put some stuff out there. That was when the group and video and all this stuff. So I was like, I hate this. Everybody's doing it. I should just do it. So in that same time frame, May, June, that was when I said, I am just going to do a live on Facebook every single day.
Wow.
And that's what I did. And it sucked for a solid week. And then eventually I ran out of things to talk about. And so everything I talked about got dumbed down like 10 notches. And it actually started working for me then.
Right. So in the process of, first of all, hating it and then actually doing it and keeping up with a consistent schedule, you found what your audience was actually looking for.
Completely.
Yeah. So if you hadn't pushed through, and I want everyone to hear this, if you don't push through something that's a little uncomfortable at first, you may not find that golden nugget that's really, really working for you. And like Matthew said, it was a week for him. For me, I had something that I really struggled with when I was a competitive in speech and debate, and I hated it. But once I pushed through, I actually won tournaments in that specific thing, and I almost didn't want to win. Like, I didn't want to get to finals, but again, it was something that helped me so much more than anything else that I did, because it actually translated from college all the way to, interviews and stuff like that. So
yeah, can I throw something? Yeah, can I throw something else in there too?
Yeah.
So when I was doing these daily lives, it was embarrassing because I had local people finding my channel, just whatever. Plenty of haters right on my Facebook. You deal with it. But one of the things that I eventually realized that helped me keep going is we always think that we look stupid on camera. We sound stupid, whatever. We hate ourselves on camera. It's just how it is. Mm-hmm. The big thing I started realizing, the shift I had, I was like, I am who I am. It's literally how everybody already sees me. So if I want to change myself, that's a different discussion. But it's literally how everybody already sees me.
Oh my gosh, that is the best point ever. And that's why they pay you the big bucks.
Whoever they are. Have to introduce me sometime.
Well, that's why I have you here, because I think there's so many people here that are teetering, and maybe it's with Facebook Live, and maybe it's with a recorded video that they know eventually they're going to have to edit, or whatever is their hurdle, what's holding them back. And they're just so close. They know that that's going to be the difference for their business or their personal brand. And there's that thing that's holding them back. And if that's it, if it's, you just are not comfortable on camera because you hate looking at yourself and you hate hearing yourself or whatever it is, just, exactly what Matthew said, just like, that's how everyone sees you anyway. And that's a really good point. And what you have is so valuable. Your value that you want to put out into the world should not be held back by something that really is not there. You have a lot to give. So I want to go really quickly back to YouTube because I love YouTube. But you were talking about how you were talking about a pedal that seemed very, very specific. And you didn't think that there's probably not a ton of people looking for it. But did you ever feel discouraged by putting something out that you felt maybe was a little too niche, or did you find out that was actually great for your channel because it was very niche? Or, how was that process? Did you ever talk yourself out of posting something in particular because it didn't seem that interesting?
All the time. It's usually, to be honest, it's usually the stuff that I think is dull and boring that goes really well.
Yeah.
And it's the stuff where I'm like, this is great. It's strategy. It's rich content. Like, people are going to make big money with this. That doesn't go anywhere. So, for example, I think the most viewed video on my channel right now is a walkthrough on Business Manager, how to add clients or how to add ad accounts and pages to your Business Manager.
Okay.
When I made it, I thought it was really dumb. I was like, you literally click like business settings, add page. Like,
there's like 4 steps.
I know, right? This isn't hard. You say, hey, what's your ad number? Put their ad number in, and it's done. It's easy. And I hope I don't sound mocking like that on the video itself. But it's all those videos where I was like, I'm not even an expert at this, but somebody asked me to do it, so I guess I'll do it for them. And then all of a sudden, it's like literally my most viewed video. I get a few messages a week of people who are like, hey, I'll pay you just to jump on a Zoom call with me real quick and walk me through helping add an ad account. And I'm like, whatever.
Ruth Hartman, are you listening? Give me a thumbs up if you're listening. Yeah, she needed to hear that. I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah. Do it, Ruth.
Do it, Ruth. Yeah. So, and I found that too. The things that I can do in my sleep and that I just think are so just common sense actually do the best. And And that's just, it's, she says, I am. You know, and I want everyone who's listening right now, that something that you could do in your sleep, something that you think is super just basic, is probably going to be your best performer. And best point of this of all is that it's probably going to be the easiest for you to create too, right? So think about those things that are just like so easy for you, because they're not easy for someone else. I mean, and that doesn't mean that they're not smart or whatever. It's just that they don't have the experience that you have. So give your experience, give your value, and start there. Don't try to do something that's crazy, you know, whatever. But it's the same for me. The easiest things for me to create are usually the best performers. So something to think about.
Right on.
Okay. That was for me, Matthew, Ruth says.
Awesome.
So Tennille, you're filming today. What are you filming? Let us know. And everybody who's still here, go ahead and send us your questions, and we'll hopefully not take up too much more of your time. I was late, so I apologize.
Oh, this is fun. This is a blast.
Good. Do you have, while we're waiting on some questions, what is your best tip for live? And then I'm going to ask you the same thing for YouTube.
My best tip for live is Facebook Live specifically.
Yeah.
So one thing I realized is that people, it's kind of like you have to tell two stories.
Okay.
So I think so often we get caught up in just saying what we want to say, and we forget about like the story behind us. Like, one thing I've realized is whether you're this live or this live, I did this for like even my video ads too.
Okay.
The biggest thing I realized is that you have to tell a story behind you, like interesting background, moving around, and then you can literally talk about whatever you want. Obviously, you want to talk about something, but people care as much about the junk that's going on behind you and moving around you as they do what you're actually saying.
Yeah.
Random stuff. So my best videos are me walking through a parking garage, me grilling brats, me just walking around an office building. Like, that's the stuff that actually engages people. And I say the exact same thing every single time. My videos don't vary that much. But the stuff behind you is like, it catches people's eye, and there's a personal connection there that I think we often forget about.
Yeah, you know why I think that is? I mean, it's a live video, so people want to know, where you are. And I guess, in the same sterile background in a set, and it's wonderful for my YouTube videos, but it's not always the best thing for a live, because it's that instant connection isn't there. Like, it's almost like seeing behind the scenes of my business if I'm able to go live in a different environment. So I totally agree with that tip. That's an awesome tip. Okay, so what about YouTube? Do you have any ideas for content creation or staying on top of things or anything like that?
Organization is not my strong suit, so I'm not going to comment on that whatsoever. I've got Tennille's comment, the brat video. It's funny, she remembers my brat video, the one I just said. That's funny. Seeing people remember that kind of stuff, like.
See, that means something. You're like burning some images in their brain, and they can remember. Awesome.
I was burning brats. So my YouTube tips, every single video, and this is not, I'm not an expert or anything like that, but every single video on my channel is a how-to. It's always how-to, blah, 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 blah. And so my biggest tips are, for one, I troll Facebook groups and find all the questions that people ask, and then just make videos about all those. Mm-hmm. So, for example, does anybody have a real estate funnel? Does anybody have a restaurant funnel? Like, does anybody know how to add pages to my business manager? So I'm always trolling Facebook groups for those type of topics. Sometimes it works great. I can make a video quick and share it in the group. Like, sometimes that works awesome. My other tips is you just go to the search bar in YouTube and go how to, and then start typing something, and then just pick one. Pick one, and then make a video about it.
Yeah. So. I think on that note, I don't know if you use this, But Keywords Everywhere is one of my favorite Chrome extensions. So,
interesting.
Quick tip, everyone. It's a free Chrome extension, and it's called Keywords Everywhere. And I use it in conjunction with TubeBuddy. And it tells you how many searches are being done per month for that topic. So because you know, relevancy is everything on YouTube, I like to know what is relevant right now, how often someone is searching. And if your channel is between 100 and 1,000 subscribers, it's good to hit somewhere between 100 and 1,000 searches per month on that topic. So
that's cool. Keywords, does it tell you search volume or search volume? Does it tell you competition?
Yeah. So and that's how I use the TubeBuddy.
So gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I use them both at the same time. But the great thing about that is you can use it in Google, you can use it in YouTube, you can use it everywhere. So
you type something in the search bar and it tells you the search volume.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And it's a free extension.
Yeah.
So
that's so cool. So that's one of the big things I do is I do that, and then I always try to find tricks and things that people are going to be searching for, new features. Mm-hmm. Like when ManyChat came out with the checkbox that you can add to all your forms. I was the first one on YouTube to be able to do that, to get a video on it. And I got a whole bunch of traction really, really fast because everybody was trying to figure out how to do it. So it's all that stuff.
Awesome. So Ruth wants to know what's your channel. So you'll definitely have to link it here.
Matthew Timms Marketing. YouTube.com/Matthew Timms Marketing. Someone really wise,
URL finally?
really wise told me to get a custom URL. So I did it.
Finally.
If you search Matthew Timms, there's a video. I have one video of me doing music, and it's like a multicam where I was doing the piano and guitar and then singing, and it's kind of cool. If you look hard, you might find it. You'll find some other weird stuff of me too.
Yeah, YouTube.
Like xylophone. Oh, so cool.
So, okay, this is the random question then. Like, what did you major in music? Were you instrument, voice, or what did you do?
I was percussion. So percussion was my major instrument. I was quite good. I was also conducting. So I could conduct a high school band or college band or middle school. I can teach lessons. I would spend a huge amount of time actually like doing clinics and writing music. I write stuff for marching bands still. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I majored in percussion and did that quite a bit. So
that's awesome. I feel like you need another channel then.
It's funny. Well, I have that one where I was like, for a while I was sitting there when I was trying to put myself out there and do more. I made that dorky video of it's super. If you aren't musical, like I'm sorry for everybody, but there are certain musical styles where it's like super voice autocorrect. Mm-hmm. So I'm singing these wicked high notes, and it's all auto-tuned. It's super cool. It's very R&B-like and really cheesy. It's in this office. I have like a keyboard on my lap, and
I mean, who's with me? I think we need a link to that video.
I'll like remove it quick.
All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to let Matthew go and live the rest of his life. So please continue. He's tagged on this, so continue to ask questions if you're watching the replay. And I hope this was just fun to talk to someone else who has been using video for a while in 2 different forms. And hopefully it was nice and informative. Quick question from Ruth, and I'm going to put it up for you. How do I unsubscribe to a channel? I just subscribed to your channel from a client. Just click the button again, and then you'll unsubscribe.
They'll thank you. They'll thank you for it, though.
They're going to love it. They're going to love it. Yeah, so you just click the button again. Need to resubscribe from my own account. Yep. Sounds good. All right. You guys were great. Oh, we should just start a show, Matthew. We are fun together.
That'd be so fun.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. And we will see you guys later. Thanks, Matthew.
Absolutely.
Bye. I think it ended.